guys, it's 6InchRooster, and today we're gonna make this low poly tree right here, and we're not gonna make it exactly like it, but I'm gonna teach you how to make a low poly tree, and with all these other stuff like the paper crumble, little black dots that you can barely see. But anyway, first you're gonna go to Cinema 4D, go right here, make it 1080 by making 920 and 1080. And what that makes it is HD, and I'm pretty sure you guys know what HD does. And I'm pretty sure you know what HD is. So then you'll press T and get a cube and press T and just make it smaller by dragging this thing. And then you want to delete this font tag, and when you have it the appropriate size or the size that you want it, you want to press C and that will make it editable, and you want to press E again to make it to shortcut so you can move it around, and then you want to press this orange top thingy, and then you want to click on here and select live selection, and then you want to click on the top square or cube, press Control and just drag it up to a good amount to make it a little long. But then you're gonna press T and make it smaller, because you know trees. Well, I think trees get thinner whenever they go up. So that's how I'm gonna do it. And since trees aren't always straight, you're gonna drag it back and move to the left or right a little. So it looks like this. And I'm gonna make this a little smaller. And then you want to press Control and drag it up a little bit up, and from that you're gonna get these cube, and that's gonna be our branch source. So you're just gonna drag it out a little, drag it up, and remember guys, you guys should be taking your time, but I am rushing because this is a tutorial and I'm not gonna make it as good. So press T to shrink it down a little, and make sure you rotate it a little. Here, I'll show you what I mean by rotate on the next branch I do. So when you do that, you want to press E again and drag it out a little again. Click that one, do that, drag it up a little, sideways, and when you drag it up, this is how it's gonna look. It's gonna look all weird. So it's gonna press R and rotate it. Press T, shrink it. Get that one, do the same thing. Oops. Remember to press Control. Press T, shrink it. So yeah, we're almost done with this side at least, and press Control, and basically you're gonna do this throughout the whole tree. This is what you basically do. Yeah, this is basically what you do. And for the top one, you're just gonna press Control, you press T and drag it like that. And we're not gonna make any branches on this one unless you want to. And just press Control, drag it out. It's a little too long. And drag it up to the top again to make it look like a tree. And this is what I'm talking about right here. Yeah, it's gonna look like this. So you just want to rotate it to where you think the tree's branch is gonna be, and just scale it down. And remember, if you guys mess up, press Control Z. I'm pretty sure that's like for all programs for undo. So yeah, pretty sure. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm pretty sure. And you just basically want to do the same thing. So yeah, doesn't have to be perfect. Remember, it's low poly. Why did I do that? And yeah, that's all I'm gonna do for this tree. And right now you're gonna want to make 5 materials by double clicking this area and uncheck specular for every single of the material when you're gonna do it for low poly. And this is gonna be the trunk color, so you're gonna want a dark brown or light brown, whatever color you want. It could be any color. This could be pink or whatever you want, because low poly is abstract. And yeah, I'm gonna click the top for this one and drag it back a little. drag it back this way. Okay, now we're gonna want to make the leaves, and what you're gonna do, you're gonna click sphere or platonic. I like to use sphere or sometimes both because sphere and platonic are basically the same thing when you scale down the segments. You guys can use this, but I like this one. I don't even know how to pronounce it, so I'm not even gonna bother how to. But anyways, you just want to drag these on the branches, and just like this. Drag it down. This. Oops. Drag down. And I'm gonna use a platonic it's just so if you guys want to use it. It's basically the same thing. So I'm gonna rotate it because I don't want them to look the same. Just drag down this thing. Put it on that top branch. Make it big. No. Because I said it in a weird way. I don't know. It just sounded weird when I said that. So, and then I'm just gonna want to shrink down this thing. Get one of your spheres. Drag it. So this is how it looks from the back and front, and just gonna want to drag this one out and make it go on the branch. And then there you go. And now for the branch, just click one, press Control, and just randomly click Alt G to group them. Click one more, and press 2, Alt G, and then get these 3, Alt G. Now what this does, it just randomizes it. And what I'm going to do is disable specular for all of these. Get a color like this. I didn't make them the same color, so let's make them like weird, random colors. We're gonna need that other color for later, and just gotta drag them those right now. If that happens, just drag the null out, and you will still have all your stuff in there. Now you just wanna drag these on. Yeah. Let's take a look at this one. So that's how it looks. Of course, yours is gonna look way better than this one, just because mine's a tutorial. And yeah, that's gonna basically be it, except I'll explain how to do the lighting and everything. So how to do the lighting, you just, well, I like to use this thing called Daylight, which is a Gorilla or something Light Kick Pro grayscale Gorilla, and you just want to click this and click overhead, and drag the overhead a little bit, flagging a little bit up, and then go to your daylight, click on this plus and delete the sky sphere. And then now what you want to do is go to daylight, click on it, click R to rotate it, and position it where you want your sun to be in shadows. First, when you render it, you're not going to see any shadow, you're just going to see the shadows on the objects. So what you're going to do, you want to click on here and get a plane, and you just want to drag this out as big as you want. Now that's going to be big enough, but with this material you're going to want a material like bluish, like this one. You guys can have specular for this one, and you just want to drag it on, and there you go, you have a shadow on the floor to make it look better. The shadows are nice, and you want to make shadow quality good. Let's make it soft, and then you want to get a sky. You guys can use a physical sky, but I don't like to do physical sky. I like to do the physical sky inside of Photoshop. So what you're gonna notice is when you render it out, right here where like the floor and the sky meets, it's gonna be a little darker. So with your color, you're gonna duplicate like how I did by like clicking it and dragging it somewhere else, and then you just want to drag it onto the plane, delete the plane, drag that color on, and then go to luminancy, then just drag it down, change the color around too. Did I cancel that? Anyways, I guess we can edit this in Photoshop, and then you just want to get a good angle of this. Oops, forgot. Overhead. Object. Seen by camera. Uncheck that, and it shouldn't be seen by the camera. Just check it out. Yep, it shouldn't be seen by the camera. And now, for a lighting effect, you guys can choose light. Drag it up. Up right there is good. Click on it, click on general, click on visibility, and click volume, what it's called. And you're just gonna play with intensity, see how that looks. In fact, I'm not gonna even bother to look. But anyways, then you wanna go here to save, click on PNG, and click on your desktop, and save it, name it whatever you want. And render it out, and I'll be back right when it renders out. Okay guys, I'm back, and this is how it turned out to look, and it doesn't look that bad. It's just a little bit in the shadow. So yeah, that's how that's what the light does. So now what you want to do is go on Photoshop, make a new file, of course, the same pixel or 1080p Cinema 4D. Make that in, go to place, and place that thing that you made. I'm not going to use this one because I really don't like this one, kind of. I'm just going to use this one that I made for another tutorial. Well, the same tutorial, but I just failed. It's a little bit brighter, so yeah, it's the same thing. You're just gonna do the same thing. You're gonna want to press T because it's off scale. There we go. You're gonna want to right click, rasterize layer, so we can edit it. It just makes it editable basically again. Just click on this, delete it, click on this, delete it. Delete all these tiny little specks of blue. We might keep that there. So now what you want to do is create a new layer, and the shadow might have disappeared, but I mean, if you want a shadow, you can just keep this. Oops. Ah, I messed up. Let's delete this. And basically you just want to clear this out. And then this, just make a new layer. And then click on this thing, paint bucket. Get this color. Click this one. Just dump it on here. Just like that. I can't see. Drag it under, and that's how it should look. I mean, it looks better than last time, but I don't know. You guys can take your time and try to get the shadow and everything out of here. Like, by masking everything. But that's basically how you do it. And then for the paper effect, just want to search up in Google paper effect and go to cinema and go where it is. I put it somewhere. Where the fuck is it? Oh, textures right there. And I got this one. And I just dragged it out a little. Press enter. Clicked on overlay. That's how I did it. And then I played with the opacity. And yeah, and to make the sun again, all you have to do is go to paintbrush, make sure the softness is on 0, make a new layer, select white, and yeah, that's all you do. Make it like this, it's like that. Of course it doesn't look as realistic, so yeah. But I mean, it's whatever. That's how I did it. And yeah, that's basically what I did, and I played with the curves. So right here, drag this a little bit down to make it a little bit more sharp. Drag this a little bit up. Go to, what was it again? Photo filter. Warm, warm. I did this. I like this one, so I'm gonna. You can always change the density of it. So I like it cold, like that, and yeah, that looks really cool right now. I'm actually keep it. And one other thing that I love is, oh, this makes a difference. I'm gonna keep it like this because I like it better like this. I'm gonna change the fill a little. So that's all you have to do. I mean, you could play around more with this one, but then you just want to go to place, Cinema 4D, and if you have these, you could use this. You don't have to use it, but just flip it around like this. And then drag it back. Group these. Lighten it. And if you want to do this effect, like the Instagram effect that I like to call it, just get a black, just color all over it. Make sure the hardness, in fact, yeah, just do this, just color over it. Make sure it's on top of everything. Get a quite large eraser, just go like this. Make sure the opacity is like on full. So here, let me do it again. Make sure the opacity is full. So getting there, make sure the opacity is full. As I said, grab your brush, make sure the color is black. Just color black the whole thing. And then get a quite large eraser, make sure the hardness is on 0 again. Just click in the center, just like that. Click it more times as you want. And yeah, that's all you have to do. And then what's nice about this low poly thing, it goes really well with cursive text. So I use this text called Lavandera. That's what I use. And then you just type what you want. Tree. In fact, no. Low poly tree. Make it white. Because white is always good. I'm not saying that black people or white people are better than whatever. I'm just saying the color white is good to me. So, of course, you can use another cursive font if you have a cursive font like this one. This one looks good. Then, this looks pretty good. Cartoon fonts are also good for low poly. So, yeah, that's how you do it basically. That's how you do everything, and I hope you enjoyed and hope you use it in one of your speed arts. I would love to see that, and bye.
هلا اجا الزعيم العظيم على دين مدفقر. الشعب يقول اني حاكم كريم.
ايوه لك تعرفون من هالشخص يا مدفقر. لك وين